You are listening to The Lost Present, a Christmas adventure, a topsy-turvy theatre radio play, written and narrated by Claire Alizon Hills, music by James Boston, with special thanks to Wakefield Council's Culture Grants. There once was a girl so much younger than me, who wished for a gift to find under the tree. She didn't want a bike or a scooter, a dog or a kite, or a brand new computer. There was just one gift that the girl wished to get for Christmas. She wanted a friend who would always be there whenever she felt scared. A friend who would help her have fun and do things she never dared. And all these things she wrote down in a list, folded up and sealed with a kiss. And with a skip and a jump, the letter was posted high into the sky. It flew higher and higher until it reached the North Pole, where Father Christmas lives, and it joined the hundreds of letters written by children around the world, eagerly waiting for Christmas morning. What's this?
Give it a shake.
Sounds like it's full of bees.
Or a rattlesnake.
This one's really soft.
What could be inside?
Maybe it's a cricket bat.
Or a water slide.
This one goes to Winston, who lives in Scarborough.
This one goes to London town, name says Barbara.
This one's really soft. Maybe it's full of sweets.
This one's round and tough, can't be a drum that beats. Christmas is coming, woo! Christmas is coming, yeah. Christmas is coming, woo! Christmas is coming.
The elves loaded the brightly wrapped presents aboard Father Christmas's magical sleigh, and on Christmas Eve it set off into the night to deliver presents all around the world. But as Father Christmas turned left around the Milky Way, a gust of wind blew the sleigh astray, and a tiny doll, not 2 feet high, fell tumbling towards Earth through the night sky. No one knew the small doll's fall. Not Santa, not the reindeer, no one at all. Into the night the bells did sound, leaving the lost present alone on the ground. Hello? Hello? Wait, please, don't go. Please, don't leave me. Oh, this can't be right. I was supposed to be delivered in time for Christmas morning, but where am I? Where's Father Christmas? Oh no, I think he flew away. I think that's him, disappearing into the distance. Well, if Father Christmas went that way, and I'm all the way over here, it can only mean one thing. I must have fallen out of the sleigh. I think I'm lost. What use am I here? A little girl wished for me. She's expecting to find me on Christmas morning. She's going to be so disappointed when she finds I'm not there. She will think Father Christmas forgot all about her. Oh, no. This is terrible. cold, helpless and alone. Or I could try and find the little girl who wished for me. There's a house in the distance. Oh, it does look very far away, but, well, maybe the little girl lives there. I'm going to make my way through this garden and see where it takes me. Oh, but it's so dark tonight. I feel quite frightened. Come on, you can do it. Off I go. Elva gently pushed the garden gate open and tentatively started walking through the moonlit garden. No sooner had she taken her first steps, she was suddenly met with the cheeky chirps of a red-breasted robin. Hey! Hey! Hey, you! Who? Me? Yeah, you! What are you doing here, huh? Huh? I'm lost. Lost, huh? What's your name? My name? It's Elva. Elva, eh? Well, I'm Rowan the robin, and you should know this is my garden, and I'm protecting it. Protecting it? Protecting it from what? From bad guys, you know, sly foxes, grumpy badgers, scary monsters, and intruders like you. Oh, but I'm not intruding. I fell from Father Christmas's sleigh and landed here by the garden gate. Oh, please, don't be upset with me. No, don't cry. Oh, I'm sorry. I get a bit carried away sometimes. It's my job to protect the garden from bad guys, you see, but, well, I can tell you're not a bad guy. No, I'm not a bad guy. Oh, you're so brave to be out here in the garden, all by yourself in the middle of the night, in the dark. I wish I could be brave. You can be. Not like you. You're not scared of anything, but everything scares me. That's not true. I'm scared of lots of things. I'm brave because I face my fears head on. Hey, let me tell you a story. There was once a cat, right, who used to sit watching me, licking her lips like she wanted to gobble me up. Every day when I visited my bird table, she would sit at the bottom, trying to scare me. But I never let her see that I was scared, even though all I wanted to do was fly away and hide. Oh, I think I'll have to try and be brave if I'm going to make it to that house in time for Christmas morning. But everything looks so spooky in the moonlight. I'll help you. Watch me. We'll start with something simple. First, you got to stare out the bad guys. Like this. See? Right. Okay. Like this. Grrr. Like that, maybe? Yeah, why not? Next, you gotta walk like you own the place. Like this. Hup, yeah. Hup, yeah. Hup, yeah. Yo. Let's see. Hup, yeah. Hup, yeah. Hup, yeah. Yo. Like that? Yeah, why not? Just like that. And lastly, you've got to show 'em your muscles. My muscles? I don't know if I have any muscles. Hey, that's it. Go on, Elva. Give him a kiss. Oh, Elva flexed her muscles and gave them a big, whopping kiss. See? You look braver already. feel braver. Thank you, Rowan. I'm going to do my best to remember your advice. You're very welcome. I hope you do make it to that house in the distance. That little girl's lucky to have a friend like you. See you around, Elva. Goodbye. Goodbye, Rowan. Oh, and thank you again. Wow, I can't believe how brave Rowan the robin is. For such a tiny bird, he faces his fears head on, even though sometimes he feels a little bit frightened inside. I'm going to do my best to be brave just like him. Off I go. Elva continued walking and practiced being brave. She stood tall, held her head high, and showed off her big muscles. She was going to be brave at every opportunity she could find. She carried on walking and came across a huge pile of logs. This log pile looks a little bit wobbly. I'd better find another way around it. Oh, wait. I promised myself I was going to be brave, didn't I? I am going to be brave. What's the worst that could happen? Right, I'm going to climb over the logs. Very carefully, Elva climbed higher and higher up the huge pile of logs until eventually she reached the top. Yippee! Look at me! I can do anything! Elva jumped for joy on top of her log pile mountain. I'm the king of the castle and you're the dirty rascal. Ouch! Did you hear something? Ouch! Wait, I did hear something. Ouch! Oh no, it sounds like I've woken a monster. Oh, my poor head. Hang on, that doesn't sound like a monster. It sounds like someone with a headache. Out from underneath the logs came crawling a sleepy, confused hedgehog. My poor head. What's going on? Is the sky falling down? I was hibernating for winter, wrapped up warm under my log pile nest, when all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom! Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch! My poor head. Oh no, I'm sorry. The sky isn't falling down. It was me. I was jumping up and down on your log pile nest. You? But why? I'm sorry. I was scared in the dark, so I was practicing being brave. So I climbed to the top of your log pile nest and then celebrated with a happy dance. But, I didn't realise that you were sleeping underneath. I'm so sorry.
Whoa,
Sorry. Slow down. I can see it was an accident. You mean you're not angry with me? Oh, of course not. Let's start again. My name is Harris. Harris the Hedgehog. Pleased to meet you. Oh, Elva. My name is Elva. Oh, what a beautiful name. Elva. I like that. Oh, but it's very late for a toy to be out in the garden all by himself. If you don't mind my asking, why are you here? Well, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I'm a present for a little girl. I was flying high on Father Christmas's sleigh on my way to be delivered, but then something happened and I fell and landed by the garden gate. Oh, that's terrible! You must have been so scared. I was, but then I met Rowan the robin, who helped me start to feel brave. I'm trying to make my way to that house in the distance. I think that's where I was supposed to be delivered. But I have to get there in time for Christmas morning. If I don't get there, the little girl who wished for me will think that Father Christmas just forgot all about her.
Oh dear, you are in a pickle. And only wearing that dress? You must be so cold.
I am actually.
Why don't you choose one of my leaves and wrap up warm in that? When I make a nest, I gather twigs to build walls and collect leaves because they are warm and waterproof. Then, when it gets cold in winter time, I snuggle down and hibernate.
Hibernate? What does that mean?
It means I go to sleep for a very long time.
Oh, does everybody hibernate?
Oh, no, just some animals, like hedgehogs and badgers.
But if you go to sleep for such a long time, how do you stop yourself from sleeping forever?
Oh, there's no chance of that. My body is a very clever thing. In spring, when it starts to warm up, I gently wake from my slumber.
Oh no! And I woke you up with all my jumping around on your log pile nest. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. You weren't to know. Oh, but it's going to take me such a long time to get back to sleep.
I want to help. Some of the toys I've met play music to help children sleep.
Oh, well, perhaps you could sing me a song.
All right. I don't really know many songs, but I'll try. Why don't you snuggle down again, Harris?
Thank you, Elver. You really are very kind. I hope you do make it to that house in time for Christmas morning. That little girl's very lucky to have a friend like you.
Oh, thank you, Harris. Good night.
Good night, Elver. Harris the Hedgehog snuggled back down in his log pile nest and closed his eyes, waiting for Elver to sing him off to sleep.
The only song I know is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Maybe I'll try that. It might work. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. How's that, Harris? Harris? I think it worked. Good night, Harris.
Elver might have woken up Harris the Hedgehog with her brave stomping around, but her kind words and sweet voice soon helped him drift back off to sleep. Well, into hibernation. She tiptoed away from his log pile nest and continued making her way through the moonlit garden. As she walked, she came across a ladder. To such a tiny doll, it looked like a very tall ladder indeed, which gave Elver an idea. If I climb to the top of this ladder, I might get a better look at the house. Right. Nearly there. Oh, gosh, I really am high now. Oh, I can see I have travelled a long way already. Oh, but I still have quite a long way to go before I reach the house. If I ever reach the house. Oh, I hope I'll make it there in time. Hang on. I think I heard something. I did. Oh no, I hope I haven't woken up Harris the Hedgehog again. No, that sounds different to Harris. I think it's somebody else. Hello? Hello? I'm hiding. Hiding? Yeah, hiding. My name's Sophia. I'm a squirrel. I've been hoping to find someone to play with. I am really good at hide and seek. I bet you can't find me. Hide and seek? Well, what's that? It's a game! One of you looks and the other one hides. It's my turn to hide. I bet you can't find me. I'm not sure I want to play. I've got to reach the house by Christmas morning. Don't be such a spoil sport. It's a really fun game. Come on, please, please. All right, I'll play one round of your hiding game. I'll count to 10. Brilliant. Okay, off you go. 1, 2, right. 3. Hide under 4, the ladder. Oh no, it's too 5, obvious. 6. Oh, I know. In 7, no, 8, 9, underneath the 10. Ready or not? Here I come. Right. Let's see. Underneath the ladder.
No.
There.
Oh,
hang on.
no, she's on her way.
What's
Quick,
that over by
move.
the shrubs? No.
Oh, I've got to get high. Got to get high. Up to the top of the ladder.
Is that the ladder wobbling? I'm going to climb all the way to the top of the ladder and see what I can find. Boo! Oh, Sophia, you are funny. Oh, but I'm not sure I'm very good at this hide and seek game, though. Pleased to meet you, Sophia. Pleased to meet you too, Elva. And don't be too hard on yourself. I'm really good at hide and seek. After all, I am a squirrel. Why does that make you good at hiding? Well, I have to gather nuts and acorns in autumn when they fall from trees. Then I have to hide them away so I've got enough food to eat over winter. There's just one problem. What's that? Other squirrels! If I don't do a good job of hiding my tasty treats, I might go to get my dinner one day and discover that some greedy gut squirrel has found my secret stash and gobbled up the whole lot. And then I would go hungry all winter long.
Oh, no. That sounds awful. Has that ever happened to you before?
No. As I say, I am really good at hide and seek. There's a grey squirrel lives near here. She is so lazy. She can't be bothered to find her own food, and she's been trying to steal mine. No. Yeah, but don't worry. I knew what she was up to, and I hatched a plan. When I knew she were watching, I'd look really busy gathering lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of tasty treats. Then I dug a hole, put them in, woo, and buried them. Buried them? But why did you let her see where you were burying them? Because I was only joking. I wasn't really hiding my nuts and acorns. I was burying stones and pebbles instead. Good luck eating those, greedy grey squirrel. I bury my tasty treats where I knew she wasn't watching. Oh, Sophia, you're so funny and so clever. I know. But, Sophia, what happens if you forget where you buried your tasty treats? Elva, are you doubting my squirrel senses? I can find a pile of tasty treats anywhere. Really? Oh, don't believe me, eh? I know. Let's play another round of hide and seek. Only this time, I want you to hide that tasty acorn that's just there underneath my ladder. Hide it anywhere you like in the garden, and I we'll find it. Oh, this does sound like fun. And I can hide it anywhere? Oh, yeah, hide it anywhere you like. I'll find it using my squirrel sense of smell. But how do I know that you won't peek? Oh, I won't look. I'll even wear a blindfold so you know I can't see. Sophia the squirrel covered her eyes with a leafy blindfold, and Elva found a place to hide the acorn. All right, Sophia, the nut is hidden. Right you are, Elva, and don't worry about a thing. Sophia the squirrel is on the case. Sophia removed her blindfold, climbed to the top of the ladder, and dramatically started sniffing the air, smelling out the tasty acorn. I can smell the acorn! Ready or not, here I come! Sophia ripped off the dustbin lids, sending them crashing to the floor. Then she dug around in the dirty rubbish, trying to find the acorn. She caught a whiff of something on the air, changed direction, and then went skidding into the milk bottles. Hang on a minute. Here it is. I found the acorn, hiding in the flower beds. Woohoo! Oh, well done, Sophia. You're so clever. I know. Hey, Elva, do you want to play again? I would love to, Sophia, but I'm actually in the middle of a very important journey. You see that house in the distance? Well, I'm making my way there. I have to get there in time for Christmas morning. Ooh, an adventure. I love a good adventure. Why have you got to get there? Well, I'm a present, but something happened when I was being delivered, and I fell from Father Christmas's sleigh and found myself just outside the garden gate. I'm trying to make my way to the house in the distance in time for Christmas morning. I'm hoping the little girl who wished for me lives there. Wow, what an exciting story! Oh, you must be so brave to be out here in the garden all by yourself in the dark. I'm trying to be brave. I met Rowan the robin, who gave me some tips on how to face my fears. And then I woke up Harris the hedgehog with all my braves stomping around. But I helped him back into hibernation, so it's not too bad. And then you met me, and we played games! You've been so busy tonight, Elva. Yes, I have. I did enjoy our game, but it's probably time for me to carry on with my journey. I still have quite a long way to go. Say no more. I understand. I hope you do make it to that house in time for Christmas morning. That little girl is lucky to have a friend like you. Goodbye, Elva. Bye-bye. Goodbye, Sophia. Thank you. Well, that was great fun meeting Sophia, but it's time I got back down to business and carried on with my adventure. Elva was feeling really positive about her adventure so far. She was sure she was going to make it to the house in the distance and she'd be there in time for Christmas morning. She was really happy to have made so many new friends in the garden. As she continued to walk, she came to new parts of the garden with new things to discover. As she walked, Elva discovered the garden pond and bumped into an old friend. Oh, hello there, Rowan. What on earth are you doing? What? Oh, hello there, Elva. Oh, I'm trying to take a bath. Oh, I hate baths. You hate baths? Oh, I heard that lots of people like baths. They fill them with warm water and bubbles and their rubber duck. Quack, 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 quack. Yo, yeah, that sounds wonderful, Elva. But in case you've been walking around with your eyes closed, you might have noticed it's winter. Yes? What's that got to do with it? What? Well, because it's so cold outside. Everywhere's frozen. Even the pond has frozen over. Oh, except for this little puddle here. Ooh. Have you ever tried having an ice-cold bath? Oh, no, I can't say I have. Well, let me tell you, they're horrible. Rowan, they can't be that bad. Well, I like to have a dip in my nice bird bath, splash around and have a laugh. Red breaststroke, it is my favourite one. When my hard day's work is done, bath time is tremendous fun. But when winter draws near and it starts to get cold again, the cold, cold water makes my feathers shiver. Brr, brr. It makes me shiver. Brr, brr. Bathing in winter time, it makes me shiver. Brr, brr. It makes my legs quiver. Brr, brr. Bathing in winter time, it makes me shiver. Brr, brr. Poor Rowan the robin. I never realised just how chilly an ice-cold bath could be. Well, at least now I know if I have a bath, I'm going to add lots and lots of warm water. Brr. Shiver. Brr, brr. It makes me shiver. Brr, brr. Bathing in winter time, it makes me shiver. Brr, brr. It makes my legs quiver. Brr, brr. Bathing in winter time, it makes me shiver. Well, Rowan, consider that a lesson learned. Ice-cold baths are very chilly indeed. Well, I'd love to hang around and chat some more, but I'd better carry on with my journey. No problem, Elva. It was good to see you again, and maybe I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, Elva. Goodbye, Rowan. Elva continued on her journey, and as she did, it started to snow. She peered into the icy water of the pond and caught a glimpse of her reflection. Come on, Elva. You can do it. It was amazing how she'd grown. She was so much more confident, and now she was even enjoying her adventure. Carefully, she walked around the edge of the frozen pond, taking care not to step on the ice. That would be dangerous. I really like the snow. Everything looks so magical when it's covered in white snowflakes. I just want to play in it. There's a huge pile of snow there. I would love to just jump right in. Well, in fact, why not? Ready? 1, 2, 3, whee! Elva happily jumped and played in the snow. But little did she know, she'd woken a snowman. Well, 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 what do we have here? A doll, all alone at this hour. What's your name, little one? My name is Elva. And what brings you to the garden on Christmas Eve, Well, I'm a present. A lost present, really. I was on my way to be delivered tonight, but then something happened,
and I fell out of Father Christmas's sleigh and landed by the garden gate. I'm making my way to the house in the distance where I think the little girl who wished for me lives.
Something happened and you fell out of the sleigh?
Yes, that's right.
I'm sure that's what Father Christmas would like you to think.
What do you mean?
I mean, I saw Father Christmas visit that house already. He and his reindeers landed on the rooftop and he delivered all of his presents down the chimney. It didn't look like he thought one of his gifts was missing.
No, that can't be right. It was an accident.
Really? Think about it. Father Christmas can't go flying around the world, dropping gifts by garden gates. If he did that, he'd never have any gifts to deliver.
No, you're wrong. It was an accident. Father Christmas didn't mean to drop me.
Admit it, Elva. Father Christmas didn't lose you by mistake. He threw you away because nobody loves you. You're not lost. You're unwanted.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I am wanted.
Settle down. Forget about Father Christmas. Stay here in the garden with me and all the other unwanted toys.
No, I won't. You're lying. A little girl wished for me. She wished for a friend who would protect her and play games. But you wouldn't know anything about friends, would you? You're just cold-hearted, lonely, and mean. I bet you've never had a friend in your life.
You dare to speak to me like that?
Yes, I do. Now step aside, Mr. Snowman. I've got a little girl to find, my new best friend, and you're standing in my way. Oh my goodness. I'm trembling. All of a sudden I feel so cold. That snowman was so nasty. What horrible things to say to me, just to be mean. Of course it was an accident when I fell out of the sleigh. Father Christmas didn't mean to lose me. Did he? Oh, maybe the little girl changed her mind and wrote another letter to Father Christmas. Maybe that's why he threw me away. You hear about it all the time. Children get bored of their toys, so they just buy another one. Elva had been so brave to stand up to the snowman, but his cruel words echoed in her ears and lingered in her thoughts. What if she wasn't lost? What if she was thrown away, unwanted and unloved? Perhaps nobody was looking forward to finding her on Christmas morning. Perhaps there is no point in carrying on to the house in the distance. I should just stay here in the garden with all the other unwanted toys. It's Christmas Eve, and all the other toys are wrapped up safe tonight underneath the Christmas lights, but I'm here all alone without a home. What is a toy without a girl or boy?
toys are made to make you smile, even if just for a while. But I'm here all alone, without a home. You don't need to fear, you don't need to cry. Home is closer than you think. You've got a friend, it's Christmas, who will always be there whenever you get scared. A friend all wrapped who will help you have fun and do things you never dared. Christmas lights, but I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Elva, I've been watching you on your adventure, and I'm so very proud of you. Proud of me? Why? Look how far you've come. All this way through the moonlit garden, all by yourself. You become so brave and so kind and so much fun to be around. That little girl's lucky to have a friend like you. But the snowman said that I'm not wanted, that the little girl isn't waiting for me on Christmas morning. I'm just an unwanted toy. Are you really going to believe the cruel words of a bitter, frosty snowman? He seemed so sure that I was just thrown away. But you don't believe it, Elva. Not really and truly. No, I don't believe it. Not really and truly. But, just look at me. I'm dirty and tatty now. Who would want me as their present or as their friend? I don't look like a shiny new toy anymore. I've ruined myself making my way through the garden. Ruined yourself? Oh no, Elva, you're wrong. This adventure has taught you how to be everything that wee girl wished for. A friend who is brave when she feels scared. Someone to help her have fun and do things she never dared. You are kind and beautiful, and she's lucky to have a friend like you. Who are you? Well, I'm the fairy on top of the Christmas tree, of course. Keep going, Elva. You can make it. And remember, everything looks different in the light of day. No, wait, fairy, don't leave. What do you mean everything looks different in the light of day? Oh, I don't understand. The fairy said not to give up, but what's the point? I'm never going to make it in time. The sun is rising. I failed. Elva sat down and cried. It was too late. She had walked all night through the moonlit garden, all by herself. And for what? The sun was in the sky. It was Christmas morning. Soon the little girl would be awake, eager to unwrap her presents, and she'd see that Elva wasn't there. She'd think that Father Christmas had forgotten all about her. But then, in the morning sun, Elva saw something. Just ahead. It couldn't be. Could it? It was. It was the house. And Elva could hardly believe her eyes. Am I really here? The fairy said not to give up hope, that things seemed different in the light of day. And look, there's the house. If I hurry, I'll make it before she wakes. Elva silently ran up the stairs and into the little girl's bedroom just before she woke to unwrap her presents. But before she climbed into the stocking, there was just enough time for Elva to stand at the window and wave goodbye to all the friends she had made in the garden that Christmas Eve night. Goodbye, Rowan.
Goodbye, Harris. Goodbye, Sophia. Oh, and Merry Christmas to you.
When the little girl woke up on Christmas morning, she was overjoyed to find Elva. She beamed a smile from ear to ear and hugged her new toy tightly. The two of them became the best of friends, and Elva was the best friend any child could ever wish for, because she was no longer lost. She'd found her way home. You have been listening to The Lost Present, A Christmas Adventure, a radio play by Topsy Turvy Theatre. To find out more about our work, why don't you visit our website, www.topsyturvytheatre.co.uk. With special thanks to Wakefield Council's Culture Grants.